but he was not the main speaker. Edward Everett was. And they've done this time after time after time. Most people don't even know that the name of the Illuminati wasn't their original name. It was the Perfectionablists. Hard to say. So they changed their name to Illuminati. But at any rate, what they did was this. They formed something, a network called the German Union. And this German Union was designed to help people, supposedly, with being able to get reading materials and books, magazines, that kind of thing. Because in those days, books and magazines were pretty expensive. Sure, the printing press had come along, but it was still very expensive. So what they would do, they would have a little group, say in a small town, and they would pool their money to get this magazine subscription or this book, and then they would pass it around. Well, they had nearly 500 of those societies in the German Confederation. And as a result, they started to control what magazines could stay in business, what publishers could stay in business, because they wouldn't order the books that they didn't want out there. They would order the books that were written and the magazines published by their own minions. And so over a period of time, over many, many years, they started to influence the thinking of the German people. By the time Hitler came along, they were all prepared. But at any rate, that's what they did in Germany. In the United States, they copied the same thing into American literary societies like the Bird Club, Radical Club, Atlantic Club, Saturday Club, and they started to promote themselves. That's literally what they did. The Emersons and the Longfellows and the Whittiers and the Thoreaus all belonged to these societies, and they promoted their own writings. They formed their own magazines and shut everybody else out. See, because I, as an intellectual, am an individualist, right? I'm out there writing and that sort of thing. I'm not part of any organization. I'm just trying to get my viewpoint across, you see. Well, that doesn't work when you've got all these individuals organized to capture the publishing houses and deny me access to these magazines and publications and everything else. There were a lot of good writers and as such in those days. You've never heard of them.